Yeah, the popularity of gardening has increased, and my opinion is that as the baby boomers age, we're spending more time at home, and we're developing outdoor as well as indoor living spaces.
This is our 4th time here, and it's a great place to display our new plants.
We're a nursery and 2 retail shops, and in the nursery we specialize in unique and unusual annuals and perennials. In our retail shop we tend to focus on garden and garden accents and home and garden accents that have the feeling for in the house.
I think mixed pots and mixed baskets are still the way to go. Much easier to plant than being in the ground. You can do so many different combinations, so many different pots. You can add wire art to your big pots. So I still think, you know, any kind of creativity using metal buckets is still the hot thing to do for gardening.
I think the growing interest for people now in home gardening would be low maintenance perennials, things that with limited time, things that they can plant and forget about and not have to put a lot of maintenance and time into. Whole leaves, this is probably one of the biggest varieties that are, out there. This guy's going to reach probably 4 foot if you had it really good rich soil and plenty of moisture. Huge leaves. I mean, these leaves will be, you know, they'll probably be every bit of something like that.
Having a ball. It's beautiful here. The flowers are gorgeous. The arts and crafts are out of this world, especially the wrought iron. You can find anything you want here in the wrought iron. They have beautiful wagons, and they have little wagons you can buy. They got little tricycles. They have beautiful hanging plants and pots. They have anything you want here. It's just awesome.
We did at least half of it, and then we thought we would stop for lunch, and we're going to do the other half. But the vendors and the booths over here are just magnificent. So after we eat lunch, we have more shopping to do, and then I'm supposed to work this afternoon from 1:30 until 4 o'clock. Oh, Gardenfest is such a magnificent event, and you only have it every 2 years, so I really missed it last year. And I love to bring my neighbors over here, and we love to just appreciate everything around Benham's Grove. The tables in the Gerber house are just magnificent, and I think we all enjoyed those.
I've been participating in Benham's Grove, the Gardenfest, since the beginning, which was in 1996, and I've been in 4 different tabletop competitions. This year is very different because we are doing interiors, and it really made it fun because you could create an environment in one of the rooms of the house, and I've really had a good time with that.
I'm here at Gardenfest today to sign copies of my book called Mary's Flowers, Gardens, Legends, and Meditations. It's a book that tells the story of the life of Mary through legends, through the flowers named after her. I have been a gardener for many, many years. My mother loved roses, and my father loved all kinds of plants and vegetables and herbs and so on. So over the years, I have done a fair amount of gardening. I love flowers. I love gardening.
Copper's been hot this year. Anything copper, copper pots, copper gardening accents, copper fountains, and copper bird baths. Pottery has been very popular, things in natural earth tone hues. And also we're seeing the influence of the Oaxacan, very bright colors, reds, yellows, oranges, and blues. Perennial gardening, actually in the gardening, continues to gain popularity. And we're seeing a real popularity with shade gardening. A lot of people are trying to beautify their shade areas, as well as add outdoor gardening room.
My tips for keeping a container garden looking really nice is fertilizer. Most people do not do it, or they do it maybe once a month. Fertilize at least twice a week. Keep your plants pinched back. And usually watering like 2 to 3 times a week on them. But fertilizer is the big issue, and also your potting soil. Get a nice loose potting soil.
Amending soil is a critical issue for the performance of all perennials and all plant material. By adding organic matter of any type, whether it be composted cow manure or we're trying to get away from peat mosses, so certainly there's a lot of other organics that we can use. Even compost, comtills, which are products that are put out by our local municipalities, sewage sludge. A lot of these products that are now available are environmentally sound and will help the soil structure tremendously.
I knew I wasn't going to be disappointed, and of course I wasn't. And I bought a beautiful arbor. So getting it home is really not going to be that difficult because I can just drive in and they'll help me load it up. And I'll take it home and enjoy it.